A long time ago, people living on the shores of the Sea of Okhotsk passed on a legend about a golden reindeer buried in the ground. Its head was buried in Alaska, its hooves in Kamchatka, and its body in Kolyma. Magadan found itself in the center of that golden triangle. Gold was discovered in Kolyma back in 1917. Superhuman efforts were required to mine the precious metal in an extreme natural environment. In the 1930s, prisoners became the main gold mining force in the Far East. In those years, gold was extracted manually with only a smattering of special equipment. Nearly 400 tons of pure gold had been mined in Kolyma by 1941. In the 21st century, the situation is entirely different. People working in the Vetrinsky mine are looking for a gold vein as they use a machine to cut a 1.5-kilometer tunnel in a hillside. According to a geological forecast, each 150 tons of ore may yield 2 kilograms of gold.
This layer is 802 meters above sea level. This is where most of the Vetrinsky mine's gold is found.
Even in the summer, the temperature stays around 5 degrees below 0 Celsius, or 23 Fahrenheit. Miners have to work in these conditions. For now, there's a short break, and all the workers are up on the surface. An explosion will soon blast away more of the rock.
We blast the rock at 7 p.m. after the daytime shift. In accordance with the regulations, we allow time for aeration. When the night shift arrives at 9 p.m., they test the air in the shafts. If no harmful gases are found in the air, they get down to work.
From the mines, the ore goes to a gold extracting factory. Each day it receives more than 500 tons of ore. An excavator loads it into the crusher. The factory's equipment is controlled by mechanic Alexei Karelin. From the crusher, the ore comes to this table, where it's flushed. Special equipment is used to separate the remaining admixtures from the ore.
Here, the gold goes along the bottom, and the rest on the top. Wasted ore goes into this jug, and gold goes into this box. If this gold is scrubbed, it will become clean.
Treated ore contains some gold. It's put in large sacks. Alexei Karelin, a mechanic, is about to send these sacks to another factory.
There is a concentrate containing gold in these sacks. The gold can't be extracted at our factory. It requires special chemicals. We collect this kind of ore and send it to a factory in the Urals.
What's left of the ore after treatment lands in what might be called a lake. On the surface, it looks like nothing but thick mud. In fact, this is a reservoir for processing waste. It even contains traces of gold.
Our factory extracts 80% of the gold contained in the ore, about 2 grams from each ton. Modern technology is insufficient to extract the remaining 20%, so the waste with some gold in it will be kept here until better times.
Adam Derizhenets, director of the Polovaya prospecting team, drives around his domain. He's proud of the family business his father started. In the early 1970s, Adam's father came to Magadan from Siberia to earn money for a car and a house.
We intended to stay here for 3 years, but we ended up staying for a lifetime. It will be my father's 40th season this autumn.
Adam was born in Magadan region. When he grew up, his father allowed him to join the family business. Sometime later, Adam became a manager in his own right. Today, his gold mining crew is one of the largest in the region. During mining season, they work 7 days a week.
If I need to fix a problem with equipment or something, I'm up at any hour of the night. For me, a walkie-talkie here is like a wife. I go to bed and get up with it, and even take it to the toilet.
This camp is a little village for diggers. This is where they live and process the gold they've mined. There's a small workshop where they use water and special brushes to separate the gold from admixtures.
Here's what the Director General has in store. I'd say it's for a rainy day.
This is the pride of the crew, the biggest nuggets the crew ever found. Adam Derizhenets keeps them in a safe. He could spend hours on end telling the story of each of the nuggets.
For example, we found this 3-kilo nugget in a stream called Sisi. It was a metallurgist's day.
Adam and his father regard the nuggets as a family treasure and have no intention of selling them. They take pride in showing them off to visitors. After 20 years here, Vladimir Yurchakov no longer dreams of gold in heaps. He's content with what he has.
We use our hands, not bulldozers. We get 5 or 10 grams at best. That's enough for bread and butter.
Vladimir has come to collect his pay from the cashier at the gold mining company. This is where miners turn in their gold. Vladimir has been working with this enterprise for 7 years.
Good afternoon, Nikolai Nikiforovich.
Good afternoon. Please give me your papers and your license.
Diggers walk away with cash in their pockets. The actual amount depends on the weight in gold they turn in. Vladimir Yurchakov has brought only a few grams of gold, the result of 2 weeks of work. The inspector pauses to weigh the precious metal and calculate its cost.
Here you are, 10,000 rubles.
Thanks a lot. It goes like this. We work for 15 days, come here to hand over the gold, have our permits extended, and go back to work again.
The Kolyma Gold Refinery. All of the region's gold comes here. The gold extracted by dredges and the gold obtained by individual diggers. Here it's turned into bullion and then taken to banks across Russia and around the world.
So what's going on now, Dmitry?
Smelting.
How many kilos?
8.
Workers make crude bullion, run a test cut, and take a small chip to the laboratory. Specialists there determine the metal's composition. Then the gold is separated from admixtures. The result is the so-called sponge, a material that bears little resemblance to gold.
Then the sponge is smelted into a finished product, standard bullion. Standard gold bullion weighs about 400 ounces, or 12 to 12.5 kilos, in accordance with international standards.
In this furnace, gold is smelted at 1,200 degrees Celsius, or 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit. The liquid metal is then cast into molds.
Come on, get going. Enough.
The first bullion was made here in 1998. Over the years, the plant has processed 270 tons of gold. In 2004, the London Precious Metals Exchange confirmed the high quality of Kolyma gold.
The refinery has fulfilled its mission. To start with, it's better to have the gold refined here, and we have our cash flow under control too. Banks started extending credit to the gold miners. This means that they're now better prepared for mining seasons. They use bank credits to buy equipment and things like spare parts and fuel.
Before gold bricks are sent to banks, they're stored in this room. They weigh anywhere from a few grams to 13 kilos. Here they're marked in accordance with internationally accepted rules. All letters and numbers contain information about the bullion's origin and weight. They also indicate the gold's purity.
The lettering changes as soon as the number of gold bricks produced here reaches 10,000. At that point, the letter A is changed to B. When we've made 10,000 more, B is changed to C, and so on. This makes it easy to calculate the total number. It's 23,000 so far.
Whereas a gold refinery turns gold into faceless bars, the precious metal acquires a new form at a jewelry workshop. It becomes a work of art. 15 years ago, Yevgeny Vishnevsky opened a small jewelry workshop in Magadan. Since then, various souvenirs and decorations have been crafted here. Reindeer with horns made of gold, mammoths with gold tusks, and earrings featuring gold nuggets.
Time was when customers asked us to make gold chains weighing 300 grams or even half a kilo. But later we turned to natural nuggets, because few people in Russia were filling that niche, and they've turned out to be quite popular.
Vitaly Pasashkov is putting the finishing touches on another masterpiece, a silver prospector wheeling gold nuggets.
I've put the thing together. All that needs to be done now is to make the silver souvenir look glossy. Then this gold miner goes to a shop.
Shops sell such souvenirs for close to $5,000. The jewelers say there's no end to the demand. Sometimes they even have to make souvenirs to order.
How's it going?
The glue holds the thing together well.
Everything's okay then. If you put down the weight of the nuggets, you can send it off.
The figurine of a digger made by local jewelers is the epitome of the region's spirit. Men of fortune are still mining gold at dredges and in pits. The latest upsurge in the gold craze has seen a fresh wave of people seeking the yellow metal. Each of them hopes for a streak of luck, directing them to the gold vein of their dreams.